Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we are going to be continuing my pursuit of getting the Smith family from American Dad in doll form. I've got my candidates for Steve and Hayley picked out. Originally, I found this in the store at Ollie's, and I wanted to use it for Steve and Hayley because of the shorter dolls that still have pretty good articulation in the elbows, wrists, and knees. And so I feel like I could get some pretty good stuff out of that. And I like how she has a pretty good pale skin tone and she's like Stacy height, but she's not stiff armed. Like she can still move. And I liked her coat. So I knew I was probably going to try and see if I could steal that for me. And, and yeah, for 20 for $2 that have pretty good articulation that are shorter, I said, I'll take it. And then after a while, I got to thinking, and this Peter Pan is just going to stick out with how tan he is. He's not going to look like Steve at all. And so I ended up looking around on the internet, and I found this BTS doll on Mercari. And I know he doesn't just look exactly like Steve, but the red hair kind of reminded me of him, and his paleness kind of matches this Wendy doll. And so I thought, he's a starting point. And so let's get them open after over a month of having them sit and collect dust and get started on this. I remember these were at Five Below for a while, but of course when I decided I wanted one, they had already left. But they sat at the store for a long time at Five Below, and I never really saw a desire because I've never really listened to any of the BTS music. But I kind of wish I had. I would have saved some money and time. He does have that Ken problem and the Barbie problem too, where they stick the stays in the back of the head. I'm just going to cut him. It looks like his jacket has got some little stays holding it closed. Maybe it was just fabric. Or not fabric, but thread. But let's get that vibrant jacket off. It has got such a crinkle to it. It sounds like wind pants. It is kind of a cheaper material, but I do like how it's got hems at the bottom and it's folded in and done pretty good. And I like how the collar is. It looks like a pretty good top. Just don't touch it, I guess. But yeah, if I put some glasses on him and gave him his red outer shirt and his orange undershirt, I think he would look pretty good. I think it would get the point across. I might have to do something about his hair because it's kind of flipping off like this, but I've got hair gel, so I can handle that. And he does move. He actually moves a little more than I thought. I didn't realize that he would move at the ankle, but I'm glad to have that. And let's see. Okay, yeah. It's just an extra long shirt that's tucked in. I was hoping it wasn't one piece. And honestly, the hands and arms and everything kind of remind me of Fiero from the Wicked doll line. They're kind of like a stiffer, more like soft-ish kind of feel to them, but they feel good and sturdy. Okay. Now let's get them open. I've had this one for so long. I've just been waiting to make a video to open it. And then I decided at the last minute that I didn't want that to be the Steve anymore. And so I had decided to wait until I had both Steve and Hayley. So here they are. Now let's get them out of their restraints. Okay. And since he has molded hair, he didn't have any problem coming out because he didn't have head stays. He's got his cute little Peter Pan hat. He would be cute for a little neighbor kid. I just don't think that he would do very good as Steve. At least I think he would do a little better, but maybe I'm crazy. And her stays are still in. Pulled those out. And to be honest, this face doesn't really look like a Hayley face to me. But let's go ahead and snatch that coat. And honestly, she is kind of cute. I like how she's shorter. She's like, I think she's shorter than petite, but I don't have Gloria down here. But I wanted to see, is she a match for this one? Because I feel like she could easily, a little more easily go into Hayley. So let's see. I mean, it's not an awful match. It's not really perfect either. This one definitely has a lot more yellow undertones. But she has black hair already, so I wouldn't have to worry about rerouting. And she has a big old forehead for the headband to sit on. So I'm still kind of leaning on it. At least trying it out and seeing how it looks. But yeah, these are my new additions to the collection. Thank you guys for watching, and keep your eye out for these guys in the future. They might look a little different.